I'm Neve Owens. Welcome to the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. 2 games midweek saw a top-of-the-table clash with Western United making it 7 wins from 7 games with victory over the high-flying Sky Blues. And the tough run continues for Adelaide United, slumping to their 3rd straight loss and 3rd game in a row without finding the back of the net.
Now Keane linking up with McDonald again. Rovers engaged by the defender, but prods it on. McDonald, the cutback's on, parried into the path of Adriana Taranto, and Keane! Hannah Keane breaks the deadlock! And that goal takes Western United to the top of the league. They continue to show their legitimacy, and this time it's Keane. Papadopoulos with a 1-2, McDonald. Back to Rovers, swept into the box, it tumbles on and sits up for the shot, prodded in! Keane with a double, and Western United, they pick their moments expertly. It's 2-0, and it's Hannah Keane with both of them. And another win, 7 in a row. Who is going to stop them? The Premier's plate winners from last season couldn't, and so Western United prevail again. Hilary Beale, a hard-fought clean sheet for her as it finishes Western United 2, Sydney FC 0.
So a lot to prove in this 45 minutes for both sides. Are they a threat for the premiership? Nice ball. Henry with the cross, that is superb. And there is the goal that Melbourne City were after, and it's Garlich with her 2nd of the season. But what about the pass from Policina to Henry? It was a picture, and Garlich with the finish. Briley Henry has Carriage towards the back post, and a yellow card comes out the way of Murray. 4 minutes remaining. McKenna says, "I'll go for goal." The deflection is so favourable for City. And that should wrap up the points for the visitors. What a powerful drive that was from McKenna. We don't know whether it will be her goal, but if it is, it's a first since December 2019. So Carriage away from Tolland. Brilliant run from Caitlin Carriage, and a bending strike. It's an absolute beauty. Melbourne City on fire here late in Adelaide. 3-0, and the points are safe, and they will bounce back from that shock defeat on Sunday. And Melbourne City, with a big bounce back win, they return to the top 2 in the Liberty A-League, full-time at Service FM Stadium. Adelaide United 0, Melbourne City 3.
It was a battle of the West on Saturday with Western United travelling to Western Sydney. The Wanderers hoping to cause another upset against a top-of-the-table side after their historic win last week. Calling the game is Georgia Radjic.
Gordon. Harding, she's through. She has space, she has time. She throws it up, Serena Bolden has scored. Western Sydney, they've looked dangerous very early on. And Serena Bolden has her debut goal in the Liberty A-League. And it was an easy goal, a great team goal. Western United defence just wasn't able to keep up with this speed and transition and attack. Rovers unable to hold it, and it's a turnaround. Sophie Harding, she's through again. What can Sophie Harding do? She goes for goal, but Hilary Beale, what a fantastic keeper she's been this season. That was a real chance for Sophie Harding to get her first goal of the season. Matos. Over top, Sophie Harding again. Can she square it up? Bolden's there. What will Bolden do? Bolden scores, and it just dribbles out. Hilary Beale gets a hand to it. I almost thought it was about to go over that line. Rovers out wide to Johnson. Sophie Harding really putting the pressure on now. Sardo back to Johnson. Matos is between Johnson and the goal. High ball in, and it's a goal, and it's a header for Hannah Keane. And an assist for Carly Johnson. And Western United are right back into this game. Johnson able just to weight that ball perfectly, and who else but Hannah Keane. That's her 3rd goal in 2 games. She got 2 on Wednesday, she gets 1 today. So just another look at those total shots. Western Sydney leading the way at 6, Western United at 4. We're sitting at 1-1 at the moment as Sada kind of tries to cross it in, but met immediately by Apostle Larson. There goes Danny Steeren. Oh, it hits the woodwork. That would have been a way to open your goal scoring in the Liberty A-League. Danielle Steer, seemingly out of nothing. She just brought the ball down well and had eyes for that far post, but unfortunately hit the woodwork. Harrison threads it through, but Jess McDonald's there and she just guides it through. And it's an indirect free kick for a back pass. Just another look at that. Harrison threads it through. And did McDonald, looks like she got a touch in before Beale picked it up. So it will be an indirect free kick in the box. And it's in! Amy Harrison has scored from an indirect free kick in the box. Western Sydney Wanderers, they're up 2-1 against the league leaders. What is going to come in this game? Oh, haven't they looked strong? McDonald goes in, hits the crossbar. No one around to support. Western Sydney clear of danger. So, Papadopoulos and Matos again, immense. And Taranto, and that very nearly could have been an own goal, but what a save from Jordan Bloomer. And that is the whistle. Western Sydney Wanderers, they have beaten Western United 2-1. Western United have dropped their first points in the history of this league.
Serena Bolden has been a revelation for the Wanderers as Kat Smith's side make it back-to-back wins since Bolden joined the club. The Newcastle Jets have leaked 22 goals already this season and will need to front up at McKellar Park against Canberra United, who are finding their form as we approach the halfway mark of the season. Calling the action is Pakoa Frimpong and Teresa Polias.
Set, brush. Coming into the path of Milivojevic, and she's got Michelle Heyman forward. Kachenshi Wurridge goes for a shot herself, but over the crossbar.
So great to see Ellie Brush back. You know, she's one of the originals. There's not many going around now, and just an all-round fantastic person.
Option here, Michelle Heyman on the ball here. Puts it in the back of the net, and Canberra United are 1-0 up. A great ball there. Newcastle were caught sleeping defensively. And who else but Michelle Heyman to put it in the back of the net. And Newcastle players are asking where was the offside flag, but Michelle Heyman does not care. Let's get her side under Milivojevic. It's into space now. Got Flannery out on that left-hand side. Milivojevic is a short option, but she keeps the ball, Flannery. Crosses it in and comes off the chin of Cheng Shu Wu, and it might be the most accidental goal she's ever scored, but coming back from a facial injury and score with your head, well, that's the way you get it done, apparently. That ball is coming straight back. So we see Nikki Flannery here. Played that into the path of Shell Heyman, who was lively to that, and the Newcastle defence caught sleeping. Tara Andrews, plays to Cass Davis. That ball's found its way to Lauren Allen. The back is taken a good strike, and that's come off the near post, but most lively player for Newcastle all afternoon.
See Lucy Johnson creating again. None other than Tara Andrews links up with Cassidy Davis for the lovely diagonal ball.
Cheng Shu Wu's got spaced up ahead of her. Played that into the path. Flannery and to Vesna Milivojevic, and that's come across, and Michelle Heyman puts it in the back of the net and makes it 3-0 for Canberra United this afternoon and gets her second. And she gets closer and closer to 100 goals.
And that was all too easy for Canberra United against the run of play, really. But again, Flannery combines with Milivojevic, Cheng Shu Wu, what a run, what a ball out to Nicoletta Flannery. We can see here, she's got her head up, cuts it back for Milivojevic, and you know what, it wasn't the greatest strike, but who's there ready for it to land at their feet? None other than Michelle Heyman.
Lauren Allen, yellow carded. Vesna Milivojevic plays that through into the path of Ali Brush, and she gets herself a goal, and she does a baby celebration, and what a great goal for Ali Brush, and coming back this season, a new mother, and
what a goal. And look, we wondered whether she'd go long. It's a great delivery from Milivojevic, and we've seen time and time again, this is Ellie Brush's bread and butter. She is so good in the air, and lovely tribute to her young baby son.
Going for a long ball in. That's Tara Andrews there. Gone over the head of Tara Andrews, and she's put it into the back of the net. Tara Andrews, we've spoke about how much she loves scoring her header, and she gets her side a consolation goal late into this game.
And that's exactly what the Jets needed. None other than Tara Andrews. She's slotted that away. I'm not sure if there was contact with the ball there, but
into the path of Murphy Agnew here. He's got a clear side of goal, and a great save there by Chloe Lincoln. Rush. Liovski, dangerous cross in, and we see Vesna Milivojevic finally get the goal after all that hard work this afternoon. She gets her head to it and makes it 5-1 for Canberra United.
Yeah, she's definitely deserving of a goal today, Milivojevic, but hey, give credit where it's due. How good has Emily Ilioski been when she's come on? She's been so calm on the ball, so positive in wanting to go forward.
Canberra United 5, Newcastle Jets 1.
Join us after the break as we wrap up the highlights from the Liberty A-League. Welcome back to the Liberty A-League Highlights Show. 3 games on Sunday as we start in Brisbane with the Roar welcoming Adelaide United to town. Last season, the Reds ran out 8-2 winners as Adelaide continue to search for that kind of goal-scoring form this campaign. Ben Homer is your commentator.
Finding Shay Connors, 7 goals last season, yet to score this campaign, and great strike on goal and finished off for Brisbane Roar. But the flag has come up to deny the new recruit. Well, what a start that would have been back in the Brisbane Roar orange for India Page Riley. Shay Connors taking on Hodgson, and India Page Riley deemed to be offside. Added to that, they haven't played in a couple of weeks, so just trying to find their feet again in competitive mode. Talitha Kramer versus Dorber. She's done well, the experienced fullback delivering. Grove couldn't get a hand to it. It falls for India Page Riley. Well, what a return. Her first match back in the orange of Brisbane. And it's a goal for the new signing, the Kiwi international. She was denied earlier in the match, not this time. All thanks to the good work of Talitha Kramer. You can jag a goal and get things flowing, but that delivery, well, it wasn't fantastic. Gorry missed it, fell for Walders, appeals for handball, and it's a penalty for Adelaide United. So just something out of nothing. Walders just had a snap on goal. It was an aimless free kick, to be fair, and almost a comedy of errors. And the goal drought is ended from the penalty spot. Chelsea Dorber with the equaliser, her 20th Liberty A-League goal. Space found by India Paige Riley. She's going for goal again. Annie Grove has to push it around the corner. Isn't she full of confidence? In her 35th Liberty A-League match, Shay Connors, meanwhile delivering, and if it wasn't for Waldus, well, they may score anyway. It's just going to be a goal kick. India Paige Riley has got the roar on her back, and she is doing everything in her power to try and get them back in front. Space aplenty. Feeds it off to Sasha Curry, and what a save from Handcuff to deny the 17-year-old with the desperation and desire one out, but then Holmes won it back for Adelaide. Beck Mackey's going to play advantage for Adelaide here. And what a chance for Dorber. She broke it past Hensley Handcuff, but the flag comes up again. It's been a game of offsides, this one. So it's a point apiece after a pulsating finish to this Liberty A-League clash. Would you believe it's the Reds' first draw in the Liberty A-League in more than 3 years, but they will take it.
It's the first instalment of the Melbourne Derby in season 15, and it is game number 3 in 7 days for City, who know that a win against their biggest rival will keep them in touch with league leaders Western United. Campbell Johnson and Leah Blaney are calling the Derby.
Definitely, and when we see the return of Holly McNamara, that's going to add a whole new dimension to this Melbourne City side. But in terms of Wilkinson, and especially how City is set up today, she's not going to want to be isolated, so she's going to need quick support around her. She's going to need to hold up the football and then make sure she's intelligent in her positioning central for this City side today.
And it's one back. Chidiac striking, birthday present for Alex Chidiac. Just creeps in despite Melissa Barbieri getting a hand to it. And happy birthday, blow out the candles, Alex Chidiac. As Jamont goes long. Polisina, Wilkinson, that's what we want to see from her. Garlich threading through for Torpy, cuts inside, laying it off for Wilkinson, and they level it. Just what we said before the hold-up play, creating opportunities. And Hannah Wilkinson gets her first goal of the campaign. Madsen.
Definitely an exciting time for football, and football fans can get a preview by getting around our Matildas in February, who are playing on the Central Coast.
Playing throughout New South Wales. A strike now from Melbourne Victory, just going wide. An attempting effort. Melbourne Victory starting to build their way into this game. Out wide now. Murphy in, off the head. The chance for Privatelli, blocked. Rika Madsen and Naomi Chinema able to sweep, but gives it away way too cheaply. Rika Madsen, the Danish international, tees it up, and it is cleared in the end. Melbourne City under the cosh, under the pressure in this second half.
They certainly are, and in terms of their ability to block shots and scramble, Melbourne City are doing an excellent job.
At this stage, 13 shots for Melbourne Victory, 8 for City. This game not shy of action. That's brilliant from Katie Bowen. City, bliss it inside. Garlich, can the youngster, the 16-year-old, stand up for City? Grosso, off the left. Grosso, off the woodwork. Falls for Polisina, and almost for the American wingback. Chidiac delivers. Drifting goal bound, almost on goal by Bunge. Malone, contact that keeps going. McKenna does really well. McKenna striking just wide. That is full time, and the first ever draw in the Melbourne Derby in the Liberty A-League is here at Casey Fields, as goals to Alex Chidiac despite a late flurry of chances both ways, and a fluffed opportunity for Eliadis sees the first draw between these two sides.
The two bottom sides wrap up the round at Macedonia Park. It's Perth Glory hosting Wellington Phoenix in one of the longest away trips in world football. Chris McPherson is calling the long-distance derby.
Turned over in midfield. Sierra Hinson into a dangerous position. She gets free, takes a long-range shot and buries it for the opening goal of the game. Sierra Hinson. What a strike from long range. Her second goal of the campaign. And she made no mistake from outside the 18-yard box. Did well one-on-one. Takes the shot. Brianna Edwards caught off a line. And the Glory opened the scoring through their American import, Sierra Hinson. Hinson turns it over, gets the ball into the attack to Lowry, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Lowry is collected, and referee Rybelt points to the spot. A clumsy challenge in the box. And a penalty awarded against Mackenzie Barry and the Wellington Phoenix. All the work to do for Brianna Edwards. Fonsong Cam pushes it bottom to left, and that's a goal. She doubles the lead for the Glory. Fonsong Cam from the spot. Hinson for Lowry. Lowry takes a shot, but it's parried by Edwards. And we'll have a corner to the Glory. Nervous times for the Wellington Phoenix defence. Ralston under pressure. Master Antonio in there looking for the ball. A bit of push and shove. She might find herself in a little bit of trouble here, Emma Ralston. Let's have a look again. Master Antonio. Oh, a little kick in there when Ralston's over the ball. Ralston with a push under the chin. And she sees red. Emma Ralston's off the field, as is Ella Master Antonio. Red cards for both sides down to 10 players. As we see a long-range shot from Pritchard just wide of the mark. That's been the first real shot and angle we've seen from the Phoenix. Pushes it wide. Cross into the box. Hits the crossbar. Still dangerous, Robertson. Here's an opportunity, though, for Wellington. I wish they had have done better with 2022-23 at home against Canberra United. As Wellington, almost an opportunity. The touch at the end, though, from Pritchard, too heavy and over the bar. The Glory look set to claim their second win of the season and cap off veteran defenders Kim Carroll as we see them get into the box here. And a shot pushed into the side of the net. An opportunity for a third, and icing on the cake goes begging. Chewing down time. But referee Casey Rybelt brings us to full time at Macedonia Park. And it's Glory for the Glory. They secure the 3 points at Macedonia Park for the second time this season. See there, Perth Glory 2, Wellington Phoenix 0.
So it remains tight at the top of the Liberty A-League, and with Canberra United and Western Sydney finding form, the middle of the table is congested as well. In our longest ever Liberty A-League season, there is still a whole heap to play for as we approach the halfway point of the season. That is all we've got time for this week. We'll see you soon for more action from the Liberty A-League.